All right, so it says we're live. I just wanted to welcome everybody to the ScrappyDew live show. I'm Rob, of course, from ScrappyDew, and I'm joined by two other people. Hopefully the third one will be coming in soon. But I'll let them introduce themselves, and then we'll explain how this little live program works. And so go ahead, Ken. Let us know who you are, because I know a lot of these people, they really don't know who you are by now.
Yeah, so my name is Ken. I have a blog over at www.creativeken.com. From there you can see all my YouTube videos, especially on the Cricut Explorer. And I don't know if you know, but we just recently started a Cricut group, and I may have tagged your names a few times. I may have tagged you in a couple posts.
Yeah, Ken created this new group. What's it called?
Two guys and a Cricut. So it's a group that I've been wanting to do for a while, but we finally got Christopher on board, and he liked the idea, so we started the group, and now we're going with our group.
Yeah, it's grown. I mean, you guys just started this what, a couple weeks ago, or just a week ago, right?
Just a week ago. A week ago yesterday we started it. Christopher and I just kind of put it together, and so I think we're sitting right around 2,550, so 2,550 members, so not too bad. It's kind of slowed down. We don't have as many people joining, but it's a great group, and we have some great admins. Michelle, who will introduce herself as an admin. Of course, Christopher's an admin. Kara, who's in this hangout, is an admin, and then Allison's an admin. So we have some great admins, and our whole job there is to have fun and answer people's questions. So I know Michelle's been working overtime in the group. She's doing a great job, so I really appreciate everything she does.
All right, very cool. I'll post the link to that Facebook group here shortly. Now, go ahead, Michelle, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle. I'm design team leader for ScrappyDew, and I also have a blog, and you can find my blog at michellemybellcreations.com.
All right, very, very cool. Yeah, she helps us out a lot, so if you ever email ScrappyDew, you're probably talking to her. She's an expert in everything ScrappyDew. Next, I guess Christopher, he just popped in. Go ahead, Christopher, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christopher Allen. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, you're kind of weak, but I'll try to boost up your volume.
Okay, yeah, I cannot find my earbuds, I'm sorry, and I am on my new Mac tonight, so I'm figuring things out. I had to download a plugin or something, so bear with me. Everyone knows that I am not computer literate. And I own Christopher Allen Designs and a new stamp line called Brutus Monroe, and I think we're going to talk about this tonight, but that's it. That's me.
All right. So hopefully you guys are watching this on the live event page. You guys can comment. You guys can add photos. And we can actually bring up some of the comments. And it would look something like this. Hasn't started yet. Sorry, we were late again because of, I won't mention his name. Just joking. But yeah, you guys can type out the questions. We can bring them in. Just keep in mind there's about a 30 to 60 second delay between what we're talking about and what is actually being shown to you. So there may be a little bit of a delay. But we'll try to get all those questions answered. So let's go ahead and we'll get going with this. All right. I did post that link to the Facebook. So if you guys, after the show, during the show, feel free to click on that link and just request to join if you have Facebook for two guys and a Cricut. All right, so Christopher, the last hangout we were on was pre-Christmas. You were very excited that you had a brand new stamp line out, and how's it going?
It's going really well, actually. I am happy to say that we sold out of the first run of stamps. I did order the second run. That's why the website never said sold out. I was actually able to double that order from them, and we put that onto the website, and by we I mean me. Those are all of the stamps that are being sent out on Saturday. My first shipment of stamps will actually arrive tomorrow. My manufacturer has been super great with CHA coming up and getting all of the stamps to me. I have actually a sneak peek of a set that will be coming out around Easter to show everyone tonight, and There is another set that's going to be released before that one that's going to go along with the switcheroo sets, which are the thank you sets. I don't know where my set is. Oh, here it is. These are the thank you sets, which are the sets that are on the website right now. You cannot see that because there's no backer on it. This is the thank you set that's on there right now. And with the switcheroo line, of course, the icons fit inside of this little thing here. And there is a smaller stamp, which is a 2x3 stamp that'll be released that has congrats sentiment, and you will get 3 more icons. So I'm planning on having probably 8 to 10 in the switcheroo line, so that and all of them will mix and match. There will be icons that come with them, and then a sentiment that comes with them, and all of them you can mix together. So if you just get the thank you set, you can use all of those icons with thank you, but if you get the congrats set as well, which is going to be a less expensive set because it's a smaller set, you can use all the icons from thank you in that one as well. So I'm making sure that when I design them, they all go together. And then the Easter set is this set that's actually called To Die For, and you can kind of see it. I don't know if you guys can see it here, but the sentiment says, "You're never fully dressed without your die," and it comes with the little Easter egg, and then a couple of different patterns, and then the tie, the bow tie or bow, and then a smiley face, and that should be released probably, I'm thinking, next month. I'm trying to get all of these release dates and everything together and kind of figured out with my manufacturer, because it's usually a 2 to 3 week turnaround time. So I'm trying to keep everything stocking together. So everyone, please bear with me. This is very new. I never thought that things would happen so quickly. I had this crazy idea to start a stamp line and had no idea how quickly the stamps would go. So if you just bear with me, I promise that we're going to have a lot of fun stamps and great original artwork soon, and I'm excited.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very cool project. I mean, just to see it grow so fast, and I showed that photo to everybody of, all those envelopes that you were shipping. Gosh, I mean, I think the post office must love you.
Yeah, between that and the other kids, it's interesting. She definitely sees me coming in, and I tried to use stamps.com, but so I'm still working with that. And so when I go in, she always tells me, "We have stamps.com. You can do this." And I said, "But then if I use that, where will you go? you won't have a job. I mean, you need me to come in and have these done by you." So she very quickly likes to help then, because she realizes that if I use the scale here, that she wouldn't be there. So it's fun and it's interesting, but I will have all of them out as long as I get the stamps tomorrow, which I spoke to my manufacturer this afternoon, and she promised they would be here tomorrow. Everything will be shipped out Saturday. So we have about, I think right now, after today, I'm sending out about 112 stamps. So it's going to be an interesting shipment, that's for sure.
Wow, man, that's very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I typed out in the comments down below. I put in the website, Brutus Monroe. You can see it right here. Yeah, so BrutusMonroe.com.
And both of those, without the www and with the www will work.
Yeah.
Good friends at ScrappyDew. They helped me, and now you can go any way you want now.
Very, very cool. All right. So, moving along with the next topic, I thought would be, great. I mean, I'm in the Facebook group of two guys in the Cricut, and I was pulling up some photos and stuff. So I got some photos here to share that come from your group, and it's dealing with the vinyl topic, vinyl for beginners, because earlier last week, everyone was trying to get ready for Christmas, or the week prior, and they were trying to use vinyl. And so we thought we'd cover some vinyls mistakes. I don't know if you've made any, Chris. I've seen a lot of your YouTube videos. It seems like you're pretty proficient in vinyl, but I don't know if you started out that way. No. But we'll go through some of these photos and show you what you can do with vinyl, and then go over some of the beginner mistakes that maybe Chris or Ken have walk us through some mistakes. So let me go ahead and share the screen of the photos.
I know.
And right here. So starting off, I mean, is vinyl a hard thing to do? Is it hard to get, is it hard to work with? What's the hardest part about doing vinyl?
I think the big hard part is understanding vinyl and understanding that not all vinyl is created equal. I don't want to put anyone's vinyl down. However, when I first started vinyl, I went to my local Hobby Lobby and they have the Paper Studio vinyl there. And I thought it was great until my friend Allison, who is part of our Cricut group, kind of reintroduced me to Oracle vinyl. And it is amazing how much difference it is when you have quality vinyl. The other thing is understanding, you'll hear them say all the time 631 and 651. You need to understand that the 631 is going to be your indoor vinyl, and it's going to basically have a removable adhesive so you can put it on walls without removing it. 651, which is a more, I would say, tougher vinyl because you can use it outside, it's going to have the potential, if you use it inside, to rip paint and drywall. So that's really important to know the differences between the two, because you could be using one vinyl and put it outside and realize, well, this didn't last at all, it didn't stick very well. It's because you're not using the right vinyl. And definitely understand that when you are paying for example, Oracle vinyl, it is a much better vinyl and you're getting a much higher quality. And the Cricut vinyl is the 631 indoor vinyl. That's the vinyl they use if you've ever used their vinyl.
All right, let me go through some of these photos here. So, let me share that real quick. Okay, so the photos. So we have this right here. Someone decided to deck out their boot, so that was kind of cool. We also have the common glass tile. That split letter font. Later on in the show, if you're interested in split letter font, we'll share a link with you, taking you to a Yahoo group that has them. All right, this right here, someone was demonstrating they had glitter vinyl. So is that a new kind of thing, glitter vinyl? I haven't seen that.
We actually, I don't know, Ken, can you see the photos? I can't see them.
Oh, let me...
I can see them.
Oh, now I can see them.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, glitter vinyl has been around. I've used it. I've ordered it, so I don't necessarily think it's a new thing. The one that I see on the screen, I'd be interested to see if that's actual vinyl or heat transfer vinyl they use, because you can use heat transfer vinyl on some cups. But they have them in both, so you can get glitter vinyl and you can also get glitter heat transfer.
And then someone decked out their iPhone plug, so that was kind of cool. Other people, they're just trying out, putting them on already painted maracas. This right here, they're testing out the glitter vinyl again, and we have a little close-up shot, just to show you how small and intricate these cuts are on the vinyl itself. Now this person here, they did use vinyl, but they used a Sharpie marker. Have you heard of this kind of style, Ken or Christopher?
I
have
not heard.
But I will make a video before Christopher and post it.
So, now, I was sort of reading up on this topic of this on the process, and they were saying that they use the vinyl as a stencil, and then they use oil-based Sharpies instead of just a normal regular Sharpie, and then they bake it in the oven. So seems interesting. Here's another one right there. And
yeah, I've seen it done on ceramic before, but I've never seen it done on glass. I mean, I would assume it would be the same. Again, like you said, the same premise.
And there's a close-up of that the oil-based only Sharpies. And, of course, you have the vinyl on the tumblers. So, I was also reading in the group that a lady, she decided to give these to a friend, and they ended up washing it in the dishwasher. So are these vinyls dishwasher safe? Or do they make vinyl that's dishwasher safe?
I don't recommend it, Ken. What would you say? I mean, I've seen people putting outdoor vinyl on the tumblers and washing them, but it's not something I suggest.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have had success with it using certain vinyls and putting them through the wash. I know for a fact Lori, who is a Cricut beta tester, took the printable vinyl and put it on a glass, and she actually was showing how she could hand wash it multiple times. I would always recommend if you're using vinyl to put on a glass that you're going to be using a lot, don't put them through the dishwasher. I would handle with care and actually hand wash those. It's really important that you also, when you're putting your vinyl on, you give it time to what they call cure or set. So that way, if you're putting it on a cup, you don't want to instantly put liquid into it, hot liquid, cold liquid, or wash it within a certain amount of time. I always let my vinyl sit, especially if it's going on a piece of a cup or any kind of glass. I usually go overnight, but I know that's probably a little much, but at least let it sit for a couple hours.
All right, got some questions here for you guys, for you vinyl guys. Well, first one is, what was the name of the suggested vinyl that you did, Ken? That you suggested, Ken?
So that is Oracle vinyl.
All right.
And yeah, and there's two different kinds. So make sure if they're looking, there's 651 and 631, and that's going to be a huge difference. And it's ORACAL, Oracle. So.
All right. Here's another one. All right. So Ken says, when would I need adhesive vinyl?
So all vinyl should be adhesive at some point. It's just the type of adhesive they use on the vinyl. So once again, if you're getting 651, it's going to have more of that strong adhesive. It's going to be a permanent adhesive. So essentially, you're putting it on something and probably not going to remove it. And that's the one that if you use indoor, it's going to have a stronger adhesive. So it's basically not like an additional layer of adhesive. All vinyl should have some sort of adhesive on it. That's what makes it stick. But the 651 is just having this stronger vinyl. So if you put that on your walls, you have a potential, especially if it's sat on that wall for a very long time, of actually ripping part of your paint away or ripping even some of your drywall away. So your 631 is going to have a less of an adhesive, so it's not going to damage your walls. So some people will call it as a repositionable adhesive, to where you can put it on your walls, take it off, go move it somewhere else. So that's the big difference in the adhesives.
All right. So someone mentioned here there's a Mod Podge that is dishwasher safe now. Have you guys heard anything about this experience? Both of you guys are muted, by the way.
I mean, I wouldn't. I know this is a tough subject, because a lot of people will say to put Mod Podge or spray the vinyl. Some vinyl, it will kind of eat away at the vinyl that I have seen. Also, Mod Podge, no matter how glossy or clear they say the Mod Podge is you will generally get some streaks, and I've also seen where individuals will paint over with Mod Podge on their vinyl, and you will get kind of a pulling effect on the vinyl. So it's not something I would suggest for the cleanest look, but if it's something like a cookie tray or some sort of a tray that you're doing it underneath, where kind of the clear kind of distortion of the glass will kind of mask that a little bit, then I would suggest doing that. But on like a glass or like a tumbler or something like that, if you're giving away as a gift, I wouldn't suggest doing that, because you're not going to get the clean look that everybody's looking for with the vinyl.
Yeah, but I think in addition to her question, there is a Mod Podge that was designed especially for dishwasher safe. So if you were to use the normal Mod Podge, it's not recommended as a dishwasher safe product, where they actually have released it. It's a blue canister. So it's like the Mod Podge, but instead of having an orange label, it has like a teal blue label. And that one there, it actually will say on it Mod Podge dishwasher safe gloss. So they just did release that.
All right. Here's some more questions here. Vicky Woody, she says, do you ever suggest sealing vinyl? If so, with what?
I just saw a picture of someone that used spray seal on their vinyl. Ken, I don't know if you saw this same picture. It was in one of the other groups, and they tried to seal a glass block. Spray sealant, as well as most can sealants, and vinyl do not mix. It will immediately make your vinyl curl up, and it will make your vinyl shrink, and it's not a good look. It gets really ugly very quickly. Anything to seal the vinyl, I would say again the Mod Podge, because it doesn't have those harsh chemicals that the sealant has in it. I've never sealed any of my vinyl simply because usually vinyl, if it's a good vinyl like the Oracle that Ken was saying earlier, you won't need to seal it. You're going to find that it's a really good seal just from using the vinyl alone. But if it's something that's going to get a lot of wear and tear, or something like a dishwasher situation again, I would try that dishwasher Mod Podge and see how it works. I mean, I've never tried the dishwasher Mod Podge. Again, I think it's fairly new, but I'm sure Ken and I can maybe try it out.
Cool. It's even got a cool name, Mod Podge. I like it. All right. So, what kind of tools would a beginner? I'm just getting into vinyl. Do I need any special kind of tools in order to do the vinyl, or can I just use my fingers?
No, you need special tools. So basically, vinyl, especially if you're doing letters or small items, it will stick, and you need to make sure you have hooks. So I have some here. I'll show you really quick. I got these at Harbor Freight Tools, and they're just these little hook sets. And here's what they look like with it off. And this is what you're going to need to weed your vinyl. So after your vinyl is done cutting, you have to take away all the negative spaces that you're not going to need on your project. So you're going to need something like this to peel the vinyl away. Some people will call them dental tools because they're real nice and what the dentist might use while you're there. But these were really cheap. They were under $3. And this one here, as you can see, are all of the ones that you would use. This one here has hooks on it, so it's got some nice hooks on there. And this one was really cool. It's called the carving set, and it has a nice spatula in there, and it's got tons of different tools. And in my experience, you'll usually find the one that works really good, and that'll become your go-to tool, because it's really important when you're doing the vinyl. You want to make sure you have something with a nice fine tip, something like that, that's going to be able to get underneath, in between your vinyl and the backing of that vinyl, to remove it. So that's where I get all mine.
All right. Got a question here for you, for one of you two. Is Cricut vinyl removable from walls? So I guess which Oracle are they using?
They're using 631. So it's the indoor vinyl. So it is safe to remove from walls. I did place their vinyl on the outside of my car, and surprisingly, even in here in Spokane, where we have pretty harsh winters and a lot of rain, the vinyl did good. It did discolor, so it was the burnt orange vinyl, and I had these really cute characters on the back, and I was surprised because I had told my friend Allison, who is in the group, that I just used Cricut vinyl, and she was the one that said, "Oh, that's 631. That's indoor. I'm surprised it looks so good." So it probably would have fallen off. It came off really easy off the car, but the actual Cricut vinyl, the only one that they offer is the 631. They don't offer the 651. So if you buy Cricut vinyl, that's the indoor vinyl, so you can put it on walls, anything inside. Outdoors, if you're lucky, it might stick. You might have really good success, but it's not guaranteed by any means.
Gotcha. Now, do any of you guys ever have experience with weeding, and as far as like reverse weeding, is that what you do, or do you just peel it right off the vinyl itself?
My experience with weeding is sometimes great, and other times I literally want to throw the vinyl out the window. I've had experiences before where behind me, if you see that where it says Ken's Kreations on that chalkboard, I had to weed that. And two things happened there. I forgot to get a certain spot and then put it on the chalkboard and realized that it was still there, so I had to remove it. And it just took a long time because there's tiny little dots in there, there's little tiny specks. So I always tell people, take your time. Don't get frustrated. Your vinyl might move a little bit, so it's really important to, first of all, patience is key, especially if you're doing something complicated, and just take your time with it and know that if you're using the 631, you can usually move things around even once you put it down. You can try to fix it, but if you're using that 651, it's pretty permanent in most cases. So the weeding, I've never tried the reverse weeding. That's something new. Not new, but new to me. But I have seen where people actually do the reverse weeding, so that's something I want to look into doing. I don't know if Christopher's ever tried that new technique, new to me, but have you ever tried the reverse weeding?
I'm not sure what exactly that is referring to. Like, what?
Yeah, I was watching some videos, and they would have the transfer. I guess there was transfer tape, right? Like, yeah, transfer tape. So they'd rub the transfer tape on it, and then they'd peel the actual stickiness, the sticky side off, and then they would just use their little pick and pick off the transfer tape.
What's brilliant about the reverse weeding and why I want to try it is it keeps everything in place. So instead of removing your negative space, then putting your transfer tape on, and then removing that piece, you're basically putting your transfer tape on, removing the vinyl backing, and then you're taking away all of those pieces. So essentially none of your, like in my case, if I would have done it on that white vinyl behind me, all those little tiny pieces would have stayed in place because the transfer tape is holding them there while I'm removing all of the other stuff. So it's a brilliant idea. I just haven't had the chance to use it. So
I think reverse weeding would work very well for small words. I know that small words have been torturous to me on many occasions, smaller fonts and some smaller things. Also with the creating the stencil on Stencilgram, I do have a video on that. That would work very well for that as well because it gets a little bit tricky. But no, I have not tried that, but I would definitely like to try it. I mean, I think that would help a lot with a lot of the very intricate vinyl pieces.
Yeah, a lot of the videos they were using reverse weeding for these tiny letters, or for example, people were trying to do their Starbucks tumbler cups, and the little person in the middle had very small pieces, and that's what they had to do.
Yeah, I'll post a link to one of the videos I saw in our Cricut group, because it's one of those videos that when you watch it, you're literally sitting there saying, why didn't I think of this? This is going to make my life so much easier, and it's one of those things that you think is so simple that it should be obvious, but it's not until you watch it. So I'll post it in the group because it's a brilliant technique.
All right. I also posted to the group this right here. It's Christopher Allen. There's a playlist. If you're wanting to know all about his vinyl stuff, I added a playlist to my little YouTube playlist, and I made it public, so it's got all his videos on there for vinyl. So check that out. All right. I don't know if we answered this question. Did we answer this question? What transfer material do you like best?
We have not. I currently, I was fortunate enough when Cricut had a huge sale, I bought a ton of their transfer tape, and so I was very fortunate. However, I also went to my local Dollar Tree, and they have I think they call them shelf liners, and I have one. I'll grab one. But there's something that you can actually use to line the shelves in your kitchen, and they're $1. And a lot of people use those because for $1 you get a nice big roll, and there it is. Christopher has it on his screen, and it works great. So they're at the dollar store in the kitchen section where the kitchen glasses are, and they're essentially to line your kitchen shelves. But for $1, it's great. I will say, compared to the Cricut transfer vinyl or any other typical transfer vinyl, in my opinion, that does have a little bit of a stronger grip. In my opinion, the ones from the Dollar Tree or dollar store works good, but sometimes it doesn't have enough grip to attach to the letter, so you kind of have to go over it more times to get it to actually attach to the transfer paper. But for $1, who cares, right? That's what I say.
Who cares?
I'm sure eventually we'll find crafting machines at the dollar store.
Let's hope so.
Just going through a comment here. This is from Cheryl. She said that she says I have some that we were talking about dishwasher stuff. So she said that she had some tumblers for 3 years. She just put in the dishwasher, and now it's finally starting to peel. So I guess be cautious if you are going to be using that dishwasher and with these vinyl final products. All right. Scrolling through the stuff here, just a few more comments. We got Susan Uncle, special tools really aren't needed. All she uses is a cutting knife. All right.
If I used a cutting knife, I would cut my fingers off.
I'm thinking more like butter knife.
I'd be done.
Yeah, they would be. They even took away butter knives in my house, so that would not be good.
That's like when I started watching vinyl videos, and you watch like the auto detail shops, and all they use are utility knife, and they're like real quick. And I mean, my hat is off to you, because I would never. I think I tried to use a utility knife one time to peel up a little piece because I couldn't find my tool, and I've never gone back. I think I like sliced through all of the letters, and I had to redo everything.
Gotcha. All right. So, any other quick beginner tips that you guys have out there for those that are wanting to try vinyl, or maybe you're a little too scared?
I think you just, like Ken said, just be patient. When you're starting vinyl, it is. I think it was terrifying to me whenever I first started doing vinyl, simply because it's something that's totally different from regular crafting in my eyes, of like paper crafting or anything that you would do normally with the Cricut machine. It's something that once you kind of try things out, I wouldn't suggest your very first vinyl project to be a tumbler or something that is curved. I would practice on something flat first. I would also practice on something where you're doing some layering, because layering can be a little bit tricky. With the tumblers, once you start working with the tumblers, it will become, again, a lot easier. My favorite trick is to use a heat gun. I actually show that, I think, in my video with the ornament, where I show how to do the ornament, because sometimes when you're doing a round surface, it's tricky, and the things will get a little bit bumpy, or you'll have little air bubbles. If you just turn on your heat gun, if you have a heat gun, and just hit it very quickly, what will happen is that the vinyl will kind of compress a little bit, and those will just disappear. And you can see it actually in that video. It's not magic. It's just they go away. So if you're ever frustrated, just pull out your heat gun, and I believe that also sets it a little bit better too. It kind of heats up the adhesive, and I know that everything that I've done the heat gun trick on, it stayed pretty well. So I think that's all that I have about it. Ken, do you have any? I mean, I learned from you, Ken, so you probably have some tips or tricks. I watched your videos to learn how to do vinyl, so you probably have more than I have.
What about the vinyl and putting it on a mat? Do I need to use the mat? Do I peel off the sticky part and put it on a mat? Oh
no, don't do that.
Okay.
So on the Cricut Explorer, you do need to use a mat. So you'll want to cut it either 12 by 12 or whatever your piece is going to be. On the Silhouette Cameo, you can use the mat, but they've also said that you can also just use it on a roll. They actually have a roll feeder now for the Silhouette Cameo to feed into it, and they also say you can just load it, but whenever I had a smaller piece, I would always use the mat. When you use the mat, all you're going to do is put the vinyl down on the mat with the backing. So the white backing will go on the mat, the vinyl on top of that, and then of course it will cut through that. Make sure your settings are correct. I don't know how many times I've went to go use vinyl. My settings, especially on the Silhouette, were not correct, and it cut all the way through both pieces. So you don't get what they call as a kiss cut, which is where it cuts just through the vinyl but leaves the backing alone. So on the Cricut Explorer, all you have to do is set the dial to vinyl, and it should automatically adjust everything for you. Some people don't like the speed of the Cricut Explorer, because at times some people have said it still goes very fast when it's doing vinyl. However, you can still go to the custom dial, which is going to be at the 9 o'clock position on that dial, and you can go in there and hit material settings and make your own settings to whatever you would like, and just put, preferred vinyl settings, and that would fix that problem for you.
All right, cool. Yeah, that was a comment that someone had. But just wanted to show everyone, some of the other cool stuff. It seems like this kind of stuff is popular, making mugs and stuff with vinyl, and it looks to be like, you can actually make some money on this stuff too. So yeah, check that out on a sty. But all right, going through some more comments. Not trying to. I don't see any. I know that Lois here, she mentioned that trick that you had, Christopher, with the heat gun, and she said that it just made more bubbles. So maybe did she not kiss it? Did she kiss it too long, or?
It's not going to fix lots of mistakes. It's really, and also in the video, you want to make sure that if you are doing that with the bubbles, you do not want to hold the heat gun on for a long time. It's really just kind of like a brisk motion over top. And also with the bubbles, you want to make sure that you take a pin or a very small, like a paper piercer, and just touch that bubble. And because essentially the air needs somewhere to go outside of that bubble. It's not going to have anywhere to go whenever you heat it up, and it's just going to try to explode. So if you just put a very small pinhole in it and then use the heat gun, all of that air will have somewhere to escape to. Most likely, from what you're saying, I believe that you probably left the heat gun on a little bit too long. If the bubbles are not going away whenever you do just a gentle brushing of the heat gun over, then stop using the heat gun and attempt to do, you know, maybe a little bit more of the brushing over top with like a popsicle stick or a, what's that thing called, a scraper, Ken? What's the thing that called, the Cricut makes it, like the thing that you use to transfer it over. I, of course, don't have mine sitting here.
Oh,
like,
I just call it the
Squeegee.
yeah, the squeegee, I guess. That's a good one for, yeah, Michelle, yeah. It's the, yeah, I have one. I can show you, but that's what, yeah. I mean, your vinyl, if you buy actual transfer tape from Cricut or I think Silhouette or even the ones in the store, the nice thing about that transfer tape is it's going to come with a popsicle stick, which is basically the same thing that Christopher's talking about. It's going to give you that ability. It's also going to have guidelines on that transfer tape. So that transfer tape is going to have the red squares. A lot of people like that because that's how you can line up your vinyl. So if you're putting something on the wall, if you use those guides on that transfer tape to make sure it's straight when you actually transfer it over, you can actually then go onto the wall and eye it before you transfer it onto the wall. So you can use those red lines as a guide when putting it up on the wall. So that's another reason I actually like to use the transfer tape per se than contact paper, because I have those guidelines on there which make it really nice. I do believe some contact paper has it too. They give you some light blue guidelines to cut, so you can also use that to make sure your words are straight.
All right. Yeah, Jillian here, she's giving you some kudos here. Christopher, she said her first vinyl project was Christmas, was that ornament. Thanks to your video and the heat gun, I was saved. So I guess the heat gun worked for her.
It may have to do with glass and plastic too. I've only used the heat gun once or twice on plastic, and it's the quick brush, but on glass I almost always use the heat gun. So it may have something to do with that as well. I'll do trial and error and see, you know, what the difference may be like.
All right. Let's see. Lois, real quick, she asked how come we can't put a photo up at this time. I just enabled it. You may have to refresh. Just refresh the page, and you should be able to upload a photo. All right. Scrolling through any of these. Do you see anything else that we missed in the comments? There's a lot of comments to scroll through. I was just trying to...
No, but, you know, if you guys have questions on vinyl and you're part of the two Crickets and a Guy Facebook group, one of our admins, Allison, does a lot of work with vinyl and heat transfer vinyl, so make sure to take her in it. And then also feel free, even if you're going to be using the vinyl on a Silhouette or a Cricut, even though it's a Cricut group, we're there to help all crafters. So make sure to ask your question freely. If it's something that we do need to remove, we'll definitely reach out to you and let you know, hey, we had to remove your post. But make sure to tag someone. Allison has great experience with vinyl, Christopher does, because it's amazing on how much people will reach out and say, hey, I've ran into that and it's frustrating and here's what I've done and this is the best vinyl, or I bought vinyl from that store, don't buy it there, or yes, buy it there. So make sure you're taking people and asking those questions, because there is no stupid question on that.
Yeah, good deal. All right, not seeing any more vinyl questions. So we'll move on to the next little topic here. So Michelle, you can get your screen queued up here, And Michelle, Michelle and I, we've been Michelle has been working with ScrappyDew for, a long time, ever since we started up. And her and I, we were talking about this project, and we decided to make it a reality. And we decided the name should be SVG Hunter. And but it's mainly Michelle's project. It's her little side project that she's working on, and it's where, I'm not trying to steal any of the thunder here, Michelle, but it's a great search tool for finding those premium quality cut files of SVGs. This is not the type of SVG that someone just did a quick trace on. They're actually quality SVGs. I'm going to let her demonstrate it and show you what it's all about. So feel free to post your comments, because if you're looking for free SVGs that are premium in quality, you may want to check out SVGHunter.com. While Michelle here is demoing it. So you can go ahead, Michelle, if you are ready.
I'm having an issue sharing my screen. I can't share it.
Oh.
It won't let me share. Hang on, let me try again.
All right.
Yep. Same problem as last time. Sorry about that.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, I will share my SVG Hunter.
Yeah, I can't.
We'll go from there. All right, so let me get my screen situated. And I'll go ahead and share the screen. All right. And I'll go to the SVGHunter.com website so you guys can see what we're talking about. Why, Michelle, would I want this program? I mean, what have you done for us with SVG Hunter?
Well, what I've done is the program works for both Windows and Mac. Windows and Mac. And what I've done is I've entered in a lot of the data in there, and I've searched all the websites looking for all the premium SVGs. And this way, all you have to do is go into the program, click on a photo that you like, and click on a button to visit the website, and that will take you to the designer's website, or it will go to the store or a blog, and you can download the SVG from there. So I've done all the searching for you. All you have to do is just go to the site and click on it. And
yeah, so my computer's running really slow with all the stuff that I have open here. Let's see if it will allow me to click on this.
I'm still trying to share my screen at the same time. It won't.
All right, so this right here is just a preview. I've had this little screen up here for a while now, but in the SVG library, I believe there's over 2,000 around 2,300 different SVGs, and these are just a few of them that I made a quick little HTML file to show you what they are. Now, let me see if I can open this up here. Man, computer is slow. All right, it's popping up here. I think my computer's too slow. It's not working. All right, it's coming up. Yeah, so when you actually go to these, when the program actually boots up and you're trying to find that SVG that you want, you actually click on a little button. You're taken to the designer's page. You're not given that the program does not contain any SVGs in it whatsoever. It just contains a bunch of hyperlinks that will take you to the page, and from there you will actually have to. There'll be a blog or a website, and you'll have like a little download link. So this is what the program looks like. When you download it, you actually go ahead and open up the current SVG Hunter database. While this thing is open, I'll let Michelle explain how frequently she's going to be updating this database and you know, sort of like what you have to do in order to make sure you get the latest and greatest.
Yeah, the website will be, or the program will be updated weekly, and you'll just go down to the site and you'll go and log in the members area, and you'll download the database. I'm going to try to have it updated probably by like a Friday night or a Saturday, and this way all the week's files that were for the freebies from the different stores, they will be included in the database as well. So you'll be able to download them. I'm trying to look at your screen at the same time. Okay.
That's fine. I'm just trying to upload the database file. So yeah, okay. You'll get a database file. Make sure you guys. I mean, I get to see the support questions as well. Make sure that you guys, you know, are not trying to double-click the database program itself or the database itself. You actually want to open it up with the SVG Hunter program in order for it to read correctly. All right. So let me move this window up. All right, so this is the program layout itself. As you can see up here, total SVG count so far is 2,266, and right now they're arranged alphabetically. And you just click on the item, and you're like, okay, Cupid Cutie, that's where I'd want to go. That's my file that I want. All you'd have to do is click this button here, and it will open up in your browser of the website. This happens to be from SVG Cuts, and I'm sure everyone's familiar with them. And you can just scroll down and click the little Download Now button. So as you can see, all the traffic goes to the person that created the file. So it's not, we're not taking the file and giving it to you as a download. You're actually going to their page and downloading it. And of course, it's always nice if you leave a comment on their blog or on their page, letting them know, hey, thank them for the file. But Michelle has, I think she spent many days entering this data into here. It's all hand done with this program. But not only can you search them alphabetically, you can search for tags. You do have a tag window that you can populate so you can see what kind of tags were used for these files. If you're looking for 3D cards, you can type in 3D, it will search for it. I just have a lot of things open right now, which is why this computer's taking forever to open. The program is not this slow in real life. But just a lot of things going on.
Yeah, they can search by tags or by name.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can
also search by the folders. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so look at all the folders. You get the nice little parentheses around them, letting you know how many files are in that actual in that folder. So you can go here, awesome SVGs. I don't know if it's going to let me. Oh, there we go. Awesome SVGs. Maybe cards. And you can see all the 15, and this right here will update for you, so you can see what that folder has. And all you have to do is click Visit Website, and you'll be transferred to their website, so you can download it. So pretty cool. Let's see if there's any. I don't know if there's any comments or questions.
How do I get that, Rob? How do I buy that, or what's the cost on it, or? Okay.
Yeah,
how do we get it?
Go ahead, Michelle.
You can go to svghunter.com, yeah. And the sign up is it's a 1-year sign up, and it's $20, and you'll get access to the monthly downloads database, and they're maintained weekly.
All right. Lois here, she asked this question. Free for personal use only, so no commercial use, right? It's
for personal use, correct?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's up to the designer whether or not
if they want to use the items for commercial use, they would have to contact the designer or the blog owner and ask them for permission.
All right. And it says, Michelle, can we, this is from Kay, one of our good friends. She said, can we submit SVGs? We are sharing for you to consider for SVG Hunter. If so, how? And,
sure, they can send an email to support, and I will take care of that.
Yeah, if you go on the SVGHunter.com and click the contact button, all that email will go to Michelle. So if you hit the contact button, just submit her an email. Or if you know her personally, like Kay does, you can just let her know. All right. Trezek, she said, awesome, really excited. Are the SVGs found for free or for a fee or both? I think we just talked about that. The program itself, SVG Hunter, does cost money, but the SVGs that Michelle's sending you to are free.
They're all free SVGs,
yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, I meant unless you want to, Michelle's done the searching for you. Unless you want to try to search out your own 2,000 plus files, SVG Hunter I think would be the way to go. Let's see. It says, "Wow, Michelle." She said she's awed with the amount of work that you put into this. This is what Deborah's here saying. She said that she's never cared for SVGs until the Explorer. So that's what makes it nice and neat. We've all been using SVGs for a while, and the Cricut Explorer has brought in a new group of people that I'm like, oh, I can cut what I want. The freedom of cutting just from an SVG. Let's see, how many SVGs are on the site at this time? Yeah, I think we covered that one right now.
There's 2,250.
Yeah. So yeah, like Michelle said, she's going to be updating them weekly. So you can always go down. Once you sign up, you can download these databases, until your membership runs out, which is 1 year. Databases, something I forgot to mention. The databases, they do expire at the end of the month. So even if you downloaded it while you were a member and your membership expires, well, that database you won't be able to use that database. You have to be an active member in order to use a database. So we put an expiration on the database at the end of the month. Even if you are a current member, you'll have to go download a fresh one. Plus, you want to have the fresh one anyway, right? Let's see. Here's this one. Can anyone use SVG Hunter, or do you have to sign up as a member? Yeah, you have to sign up as a member in order to use it, or you can just not use it and try to find them via Google or search engine. All right. I think that's it on the questions unless you see any more, Ken. But yeah, I'm very, very excited for this project. I'm excited for Christopher's and his stamps. I'm excited for Michelle and this project. So a lot of cool things that are going on.
What are you excited about me, Rob?
I'm excited about your new Cricut group, man. That thing is awesome.
Oh, okay.
That thing is awesome. It's so active. You wouldn't think it'd be so active, but it is active.
We only have the best members.
I know, and you keep it clean too. It's nice and clean and.
Well, except Christopher's in there, so that's a little bit.
That's when it turns into a drama zone.
It does. Sometimes we have to block Christopher and just tell him you need to simmer down now.
As the Cricut turns is really.
As the Cricut turns.
No, and all joking aside, it is a very fun group, and it is somewhere that you can go and you can talk about all things crafting. We are not going to kick you out because you want to talk about something that's not necessarily Cricut related. We just are experts, I guess you could say, on the Cricut, and we spend lots of time with our Cricut, and so we can help you a lot with that. But you can post anything. Ken is very multifaceted within the crafting and can help you with other things as well. And we have a lot of experts in our group, which we pride ourselves on. We have lots of people in there that are from all walks of life in the crafting and arts community, and they can help you with really anything you could ever imagine. It's amazing the experts that have come into the group that are willing to help, and anything from a project manager, a Cricut, all the way to a pen set for the. There's so much in there. So come and check us out, and I think that you'll find that it's a good home for you. Oh
yeah, everyone's helpful. There's no negativity in it, so it's a very fun group. and it's growing very fast. Growing very fast. All right. Yeah, I think my computer's too slow to show you guys what I wanted to show you in, you know, what's coming out with the SVG Viewer. I got some great updates with that. I got some great updates coming for the SVG Library. That's going to make it very cool for you guys to use. So I'm going to post videos on that later on that.
If I'm doing a giveaway too tonight, if they go to my blog, michellebybellcreations.com, I don't know if anybody wants to show that, and there's a post for SVG Hunter. If you scroll down, it's right below the Mojo Monday one, and they can enter the giveaway.
Hey, do you mind sharing your screen? My computer's too slow. And then Michelle can post the link in the comment section. And I'm going to go through some more of these quick questions.
So Michelle Mybell, it's michellebybellcreations.com, as you can see here. And right here, you'll see the SVG Hunter First Premier SVG Finder right there. And this is what's going to talk to you about everything there. So that tells you the price. It gives you a cool little video. There's a special, and then all the way at the bottom here, for anyone that is used to Raffle Copter, this is how you would enter it. So you would click down here. This is where you would visit her page. So you'd click that. It would take you to Michelle Mybell's page. You would hit like that, and that gives you your first entry. And then once again, once you've done that, you'd say, yes, I visited, gives you it. And then you would just visit ScrappyDew, and it would take you to their page. You want to make sure you're liked there. And then we will go ahead and go back here and say, I visited. And then, oh, look at that.
I did a bonus for you.
We like you so much. So then you would visit that page. Once again, you'd visited, and then basically it would give you that entry too. And so then you have a potential of some entries there. So you just want to keep going to those pages, going back, and basically that's when it would tell you that you visited them, and it's going to give you all your entries. So very cool. Very excited about it.
Good deal. I do have this question. Well, I got a couple comments here. One is, let's see. I can't even get my stuff to work right. All right. It says I missed Ken's new project. What is it? What's your new project, Ken?
The one I just posted on my blog.
Yes.
So I just posted. Let me bring it up here. Project for actually my assistant manager, who's been doing a lot of stuff for me at work. So I want to post a card for him, and I don't know about anyone else, but masculine cards can be kind of hard sometimes for me to do, even though I'm very masculine myself. So this should be easy for me. So anyway, okay, Christopher, stop laughing over there. See, this is why you need to be kicked out of the group. So anyways, this here is the card that I made.
One guy in his Cricut all alone is what it will be.
Yes, so let me share my screen. And then I'll show you the card I made, which is a You Make Me a Happy Camper. So first time I've used markers to color in a stamp, which was quite fun. Took me back to when I was in first grade, and I enjoyed it. So that's my last project, and I'll be posting another project here on this weekend. So I'll be doing actually a project and a video.
All right. This one's for you here, Christopher. She said, sorry she's late. Our stamps being mailed tomorrow. I guess when's the mail date going?
I'm waiting on my stamps too, Christopher.
Saturday. I will mail them out. Obviously, I'm gonna try to do 2 shipments a week. But the first shipment of all of the stamps that have been ordered so far within the pre-order are going to go out Saturday. So all of the stamps, and I am happy to say, I actually almost forgot to announce this, that every single one of you are getting the samples of the paper. I was only going to do it for the first 50 individuals that ordered the stamps, but until these stamps say sold out, on on BrutusMonroe.com, you will get those 2 pieces of paper. So everyone that orders them from now until you see that sold out sticker, which is 160 people, you will get that sample of the 2 pieces of paper from the Many Thanks set. It's a 6x6 paper pad that hopefully will be released this upcoming month. I'm just working with the paper printers and manufacturers now. It's a lot of work. So once I figure all of that out, I'll be releasing the paper pads as well. But lucky, right now, if you order that stamp set, you do get those 2 pieces of paper, the sample pieces, with it. And of course, I'm prepared, Christopher Allen, as usual. I don't have the paper sitting here, but if you go over to Christopher Allen Designs, there's a Facebook page and a like page. You can see those pieces of paper there. They're actually designed to fit right in the circle on the thank you, and you can see all of that there.
All right. I want to share my screen real quick. I'm just going to show you a quick little preview of what SVG Library will actually do for you here. Right now, I'm using this on my Dropbox account. I put it in my publics folder, and when you do that, you can actually share links. And this is what SVG Library will export. It will show you all the SVGs that you exported into this little HTML file, and it will display them nicely for you. Now, this is assuming that you are not using Internet Explorer, because it will not work in Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer does not read SVGs. Okay, so if you have SVG Library, I'm going to be putting out this update over the weekend, and it will allow you to export this. And what's great about this is I can right-click on this, and I can do save image as, and I don't know. Are you guys able to see that window that popped up? I don't know if you are. But
yes. No.
No. Okay. Let me, because it's pretty important. I'm going to share my entire screen, because you'll see what it saves as, which is really cool. Because when you have Dropbox and you drop it in your public folder, you can have your SVGs for you via Dropbox over the web. So check that out right there, download.svg. Of course, you can name it something else, but the key part of this is that it is an SVG. So you can save that to your folder. If you're not at your computer, you can use that Dropbox public link, and you can potentially grab your SVG that you want. It will export folders. It will actually export anything that is in your SVG library in your list, if you're familiar with SVG Library. So it's kind of cool. If you are interested in these fonts here, they're at Julie's Yahoo group. I'll post a link to that. You'll need to be a member of her Yahoo group, and then you'll need to use the link that I'll give you here, and you'll go to the download page. She's got 5 split font sets that are really cool. It's been gaining a lot of popularity lately. So we'll post links on that. I'm going to see if there's any more questions before we end the program.
I'm still here, just not video, just so you know.
Oh no, you guys are always away whenever I talk.
I had to go mobile, so I didn't want to make anyone dizzy by walking, but I am here. I'm listening and I'm watching, but you just can't see me. All
right. I don't know if Ken's here or not, but we'll answer some questions after the show as well. This one is pretty easy. What's the new name of your Explore blog that you guys have? 2 guys and a Cricut. We'll post links. Actually, I think you already did.
Yeah, I posted the link. So a couple questions I saw was Michelle Maybell Kreations to enter the contest. It is not a Blogspot address. So like mine's creativeken.blogspot.com. On hers, you just go michellemybellcreations.com. So we have that link. And then our, it's not actually a blog, it's a Facebook page, and I posted that link to, it's 2 guys and a Cricut spelled out. and that will take you to our Facebook page, where we also have a challenge going on right now for a Valentine's project for your loved one, so you can enter that. And we have some more exciting contests coming. Michelle might be having a contest very soon for her SVG Hunter, so you definitely want to come to the group if you want to take part in that. So I also in the group posted a link to the SVG Hunter, so if you want to purchase that, there's a link in that group too, so definitely check it out.
All right. Trezek, she wants to know, Christopher, she's like, do you have any stamp sets left?
I do. I ordered a second round of them, so we are good. I don't know exactly how many I have left because I need to check the website, but as long as it doesn't say sold out, there are still some sets. It's set up that once inventory is gone, the website will say sold out. So as long as it still says available, we got them.
All right. Well, I would like to thank everyone for coming. We're going to cut this show.
Can I?
Here. You got something else, Michelle?
Yeah, I wanted to mention that for everybody that purchases the program through the month of January, SVG Hunter, Dash 12 is going to give away a copy of SVG Viewer.
Oh yeah, you're going to want to get that. It's got some new updates that we're going to come out with this weekend. Go ahead.
And I also want to mention that our guest next week is going to be Kay Hall of Clever Someday. And she's going to be talking about fonts with your die cutting projects. And she's going to discuss all the tips and tricks. And all the attendees that come to the show will be able to download her latest specialty font.
Oh, nice teaser. So if you guys want to know when our next show is, it's usually going to be the same time, same place. But if you want that reminder email, make sure you go to ScrappyDew.com/live and sign up for that newsletter, or you can just join the Cricut group and you get notified there, because they're always welcome to come. All right. All right. So thanks a lot, guys, for coming out. Appreciate it, and feel free to keep on commenting. We're gonna end the show, but we'll try to comment back, okay? All right. Bye.